Hi, my name is Pixel Dan, and I am a sucker for weird action figure variants with funky colors and translucent parts. Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and today we're going to be checking out the Godzilla vs. Kong Hong Kong battle figures from Playmates Toys. Yeah, hey, there's probably going to be a lot of content around this movie this weekend, right? So I'm joining in, but I'm joining in specifically because of these wacky colors. I can't resist when a toy comes out with a wacky color palette and translucent parts, and that's exactly what we've got going on here with Godzilla and Kong. So it's that same open, try me type package we've seen for these figures. You've likely seen these hanging on store shelves at Walmart. They've actually been hanging around for about a year now, since this movie was supposed to come out last year. But this new wave just hit, and I stumbled upon these, surprisingly, and so I grabbed them. These are probably the only two figures I'm gonna get from this set, just because, I guess, spoiler alert if you're worried about that sort of thing, but the movie's already on HBO Max, it's in theaters. Let's rip these open. Let's take a look at them. All right, we got these beautiful monsters outside of their packages. Let me bring in a tape measure here. You can see, looks like Kong is right at 6 inches tall. Godzilla is the same, but of course he is much longer as well. He's got that tail there. I mean, look at that. That's about 10 inches there if we go straight up the body from the tip of the tail. So you do have to assemble the tail. It just pops on the ball joint. Otherwise, he doesn't really fit in the package. But it was pretty easy to put on, and it doesn't really come off once you assemble it, which is good. Look at this dude. Just look at the way he's like glowing under my studio lights here. I love this. I really do. So you can see Godzilla is made out of like a translucent plastic, and then they, put some different colors mixed in there. So he's kind of like his normal, I don't know, like a greenish, grayish type color there. But it kind of fades into this really bright, translucent blue. And then you got some nice purple that's also brushed on there. And it just makes for a very, very funky looking figure that is totally right up my alley. I absolutely love it. I think the idea here, they're called the Hong Kong Battle, Godzilla and Kong. So the idea is it's supposed to be like the bright neon lights of the city reflecting on them in the dark in battle. But I just love how absolutely wacky they got with this toy here, because we got all these great brightly colored translucent pieces. So Godzilla's mouth opens and closes. You can see the head swivels kind of. It's a pretty tight joint there, but it does swivel a little bit. Looks like the arms can go up and down, and doesn't really look like they go in and out there. Same with the legs. Looks like they just move forwards and backwards. The leg, they kind of swivel at the feet there a little bit, and then you got that ball joint on the tail. So it's not like a ton of articulation, but it feels nice and solid for the most part. The body is hollowed out. You can see it that it's hollowed out, so he's pretty lightweight, but he doesn't feel cheap or anything, not that I think. And the tail is real solid, the arms and the legs, the head are solid. I mean, he looks really, really cool. And he does have a bit of a gimmick thing going on. So first of all, he comes with his atomic blast, which is also done in a nice bright translucent blue. It looks like a blast of water. But you can see there's like a little round peg at the end of the atomic blast. And if we open up the figure's mouth, he does have a tiny little peg hole up in the top of the mouth. It's funny actually, because since he's got a translucent face, you can see the peg hole like through his eyes there. It's kind of funny. But you can then take this blast and it just plugs into his mouth like that. And check it out. Now we've got a Godzilla blasting his atomic fire. It's pretty sweet. And this is actually a reuse of the earlier released battle damaged version of Godzilla. So here on this translucent hunk of torso, he does have battle damage. Look, oh, it's so gruesome actually. It's impressive because this hunk of skin that comes off is also translucent blue, and it attaches pretty good there. You can see it's a pretty solid attachment, and it does a really good job of hiding that red hunk of meat underneath, even though it's translucent. But when you really get in there and you peel that out, look at that. You got that red exposed muscle there. That is a huge gash, Godzilla. You should probably get that looked at. Ugh. So that brings us over to Kong. He is a little different. So he doesn't have any translucent pieces, unfortunately. They've just given him a bit of that kind of purple and blue paint deco, which really is only on the arms. You've got a little bit of it lightly brushed on up on his shoulders and his sides and like his beard right here. So he's not near as wacky looking as Godzilla, and I wish we had some translucent parts here as well. I will say he feels a lot more solid than Godzilla, probably because he doesn't have that like hollow translucent body like Godzilla does. So he's a very solid, very hefty feeling action figure, which I like quite a bit. He's also more articulated, so the head looks left and right. You got the shoulders that are like on those ball hinges there. You've also got swivels at the elbow. You got bends at the elbow. You've got swivels at the wrist. You got hinge joints there at the thighs. Looks like they can move forwards, backwards. They can spin around there. You got single joints at the knees. So it's pretty solid articulation there on this guy. Not like overly crazy articulated or anything, but like I said, he's a nice chonky figure. He's got good heft to him. He does come with one accessory, which he can hold in his right hand there, which is this axe. It also has that kind of crazy paint job there. Mostly it's just molded in a very similar color plastic as the Godzilla figure himself. But on the one side, it's got that weird kind of purpley glow to it there. And he also is a battle damaged figure up here on his right shoulder. You can peel off his flesh. Ugh. Big old gash missing out of his arm there. He's got that red, muscly, meaty tone underneath. Again, this is a pretty gruesome gash. You guys probably need to go to the hospital because that's not cool, man, having that big gash up there. But look, you can attach that skin piece there, and it actually plugs in pretty good and solid. I will say that the articulation is gonna like kind of get in the way a little bit, so you really want to make sure you get that locked on there good. But yeah, you've got some battle damage you could do with Godzilla and Kong as well. It's comparison time, kinda. So I've got a couple of the Bandai Godzilla figures that were at Walmart stores within the past couple years, and I just wanted to throw those in here with this new Playmates Toys Godzilla figure to show you the scale. Those Bandai ones stand a little bit taller. They're a little bit bigger and bulkier than this new one from the Godzilla vs. Kong movie, but I just thought it'd be cool to kind of get those in there to show you guys what it looks like scale-wise for anybody that has been collecting any of those Bandai Godzilla action figures. So there you go. That is the Hong Kong battle Godzilla and King Kong from the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. These are fun. They just are fun. Lower price points too, which I really like. I bought these specifically because of the translucent parts and the wacky paint deco, and I'm somebody who enjoys that sort of thing. These are right up my alley. Honestly, these are probably going to be the only figures I pick up from this line, so don't expect me to get more of these and do more reviews, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this fun little video right here taking a look at these. I found these at Walmart. Crazy enough, it turns out they do have some toys sometimes. I happened to get lucky, and I must have walked in there right after they stocked this new wave because I found these hanging on the pegs, but these were literally the only toys in the toy aisle. The rest of the toy aisle was empty. So, yeah, in conclusion, these are fun, and Walmart sucks. Until next time, my friends. Look after Martha. Why did you roar that roar? Martha!